In 1929, a man called Joseph Stalin came to power in the Soviet Union. And the first thing he did was fail to boost the country's grain supply via collectivization. This, combined with forced industrialization, made him unpopular, meaning his popularity dropped. His actions spread the seeds of doubt in the Communist Party and leadership, thus making him paranoid. In 1934, a famous politician named Sergei Kirov is assassinated by Leonid Nikolaev, whose motives remain unclear.
Еще одна причина. Так как люди стали жить у нас лучше, чем в старое время, то и размножаться стали быстрее. Это очень хорошо. Мы это приветствуем, товарищ.
This killing led to an investigation that apparently revealed a conspiracy against Stalin and the Soviet Union, involving some party members. This was the breaking point. Stalin became a man who would not take it anymore. And by not take it anymore, I mean he used this opportunity to get rid of any threat to his power. The time had come for a purge, a great purge to be more specific. He started off with Grigory Zinoviev and Lev Kamenev, two influential Soviet politicians and old rivals of his. They were accused of being a part of a conspiracy whose brains of the operation was Trotsky from abroad. Genrikh Yagoda, the chief of the NKVD, was placed to find and arrest them, and so he did. In 1936, these two, alongside 14 others, were charged with Kirov's murder and plotting to kill Stalin. They all confessed and were shot. In 1937, 17 lesser prominent political figures were accused. Out of these 17, 13 were shot. Karl Radek ratted out Bukharin, Rykyov and Tukhachevsky, so he was spared by being sent to a gulag, where he was murdered. In June the same year, Tukhachevsky and 8 more officers were accused of forming an anti-Soviet conspiracy and were all shot. After 2 comes 3, and the third Moscow trial came to be known as the Trial of the 21. Yagoda was demoted and shot, while being replaced by Nikolai Yezhov. The most famous of the accused were Rykyov, Rakovsky, Kristinsky and Bukharin, who were, like the others, charged with conspiring against the Soviet Union and Stalin. On the first day of the trial, Kristinsky denounced his written confession and pleaded not guilty. The next day he showed up with a dislocated left shoulder, confessing to every accusation. All the 21 were shot. Now the everyday common folk were not spared, with the purge spreading further, targeting certain ethnicities, such as the Volga Germans because of Hitler, and the Ukrainians because of the Ukrainians. The widespread terror gave birth to a culture of suspecting others, out of the fear for themselves. Factory workers, farmers, soldiers were either shot or sent to Gulag. In 1939, in the newly conquered territories, the Polish population was targeted. In 1940, Trotsky was assassinated, and the purge began taking a toll on the Soviet economy, so Stalin decided that enough was enough and that all Trotskyite supporters would have been eliminated. Yezhov was blamed for killing too much people, so he was shot. Total death count is estimated to be from 700,000 to 1.2 million, with at least 100,000 people being sent off to the Gulag. The Red Army was weakened, especially the leadership. 3 out of 5 marshals, 13 out of 15 army commanders, 8 out of 9 admirals, 15 out of 57 corps commanders, 154 out of 186 division commanders, 16 out of 16 army commissars, 25 out of 28 corps commissars, thus leading to the poor display of skill and major losses in the initial years of the war with Germany. And in the end, Stalin the executioner was in fact the last man standing.